Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm going to start with this. SEC versus Ripple. Everything is briefed. Now we wait. And we've been waiting for a long time, and it's been a rough 2 years. Delay after delay. Now we see the end is finally in sight. Crypto whales moved 356 million XRP as Ripple versus SEC lawsuit nears its end. I feel that the whales are moving their XRP, getting everything in place for what comes next. I believe they're also thinking that Ripple is going to win this case. And then all of a sudden, XRP goes full parabolic. Do you agree with me that Ripple, the parent company of XRP, is the savior sent to deliver other altcoins from the shackles of the SEC? And I've said this all along. Ripple's out there fighting for the entire crypto space right now. I feel Gary is acting way above his authority. And a win for Ripple is going to be great. But who's Gary going to go after next? I still feel it's going to be Ethereum. When we look at the timing of big things happening in the financial world, like FedNow launch, SWIFT, cross-border test ending March, gold, a tier 1 asset with Basel III, and ISO 222, then it can only be planned. And I felt it was all ironic the way everything was coinciding. You have the Ripple versus SEC case ending, ISO going live, soon after FedNow going live as well. It seems like everything is just way too coincidental. I believe it's all been planned from day one. In reality, this court case was over at its inception, undone by their own words and actions. XRP Ledger utility will explode. Ripple have been busy laying the pipes. The plumbing is in place. The cryptoverse will be shaken. You can bank on that. All you have to do is nothing. And that's what I tell people all the time. Don't sit there and stare at the XRP chart because it will absolutely drive you crazy. And especially when it's going sideways for a long period of time. Now we actually have some upward movement, though. And as soon as you get that upward movement, even if it's a penny or two, all of a sudden, all over crypto Twitter, 589 is talked about again. $10,000 XRP is talked about again. The price literally moved 2 cents. But that's how much people are waiting. It's like we've been expecting it to happen for such a long time that any movement gets people excited. Ripple releases video about crypto role in transforming global finance. Now, if Ripple's out there and they're doing all these videos talking about Ripple, new commercials, massive ad campaign, does that look like a company that's about to lose against the SEC? Absolutely not. If anything, I feel Ripple is so confident. Listen to the way Brad talks. Even the judge in this case, I believe, is getting fed up at this point. FTX Saga, Fox Gasparino says SEC botched its regulatory agenda by suing Ripple. And Deaton reacts. So, in a tweet today, Fox Business senior correspondent Charles Gasparino slammed the Securities and Exchange Commission for botching its regulatory agenda by suing Ripple instead of the collapsing cryptocurrency exchange FTX. It's actually nice to see that he notices that FTX got a free pass. The more I delve into the SBF FTX implosion and hear how he met with SEC Gov not once but twice, it's hard not to realize that the SEC really botched its regulatory agenda going after Ripple over unregistered XRP. The Fox Business senior correspondent added that the regulator charged Ripple even when it's evident that serious fraud usually resides with cryptocurrency exchanges. So even Gasparino says it's more fraud with the exchanges than it is the actual cryptocurrency companies. But I've watched him change his story so many times around XRP. One minute he seems like he's bashing XRP, the next minute it looks like he's standing up for XRP. But it's great that he's bringing this out, how SBF got a free pass. Gasparino's comment has sparked a series of reactions from members of the cryptocurrency community, especially XRP enthusiasts. Reacting to Gasparino's tweet, XRP community attorney John Deaton said the SEC did not just sue only Ripple, but other small crypto-related companies like Library and Dragon Chain. Sorry. And I feel Library took a hit that was really unnecessary. They're a small company. They didn't have the ability to fight back the way they could have against the SEC. But it's still ongoing. Let's see what happens. The SEC charges Nexo for its lending product and settles with them the same day. A $45 million collection. But isn't Nexo an exchange? What about the numerous securities that Nexo is unlawfully selling to U.S. citizens? That's okay now? I'm confused. That comes from Jeremy Hogan. So they charged Nexo, and the same exact day they settled with them. I feel it's a shakeout or a shakedown. They paid so they can play. Really need regulations badly to clip the wings of the SEC. Is nothing more than a shakedown machine. And I feel that's what it's been about from day one. I think they thought they could shake down Ripple. When Brad put up a defense, I think it was probably shocking to the SEC. And Gary Gensler himself has called XRP a bridge currency in the past, back at MIT. So what changed his whole tune once he got to the SEC? We know it's the big banks, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. That's who Gary Gensler is really listening to, not the people. He's not doing his job. This comes to mind. When a clown moves into a palace, he doesn't become a king. The palace becomes a circus. Gary Gensler, SEC clown. And, we could have been out of this case probably within the first couple months if Brad would have settled with them, because I'm sure there had to be a settlement on the table, but that's not what this was all about. This is about regulatory clarity around XRP. That's what Brad wants. That's what we want. Because then all of a sudden, once this case ends and the judge rules in favor of Ripple, watch how fast XRP takes off, because all the banks will be utilizing it. Bank of America is ready to go as soon as tomorrow. I'm sure Wells Fargo is too, as well as many, many others. Ripple CTO explains why XRP is a commodity. Now, this is coming from David Schwartz. So Ripple CTO David Schwartz recently took to Twitter to explain why XRP meets the definition of a commodity. He claims that is a raw good that trades in commerce, with each XRP token being treated as equal to any other token. Moreover, no part of the cryptocurrency's value is derived from another party's legal obligations to XRP holders. Cryptocurrencies have frequently been referred to as securities or commodities, but the actual legal status of digital assets is far from being clear. To help determine which type of asset cryptocurrencies are, many turn to the Howey test, which was created by the U.S. Supreme Court in 1946. It's outdated. We need a new test, and defines the criteria for a security instrument. The test consists of three parts: whether there is an investment of money in a common enterprise with a reasonable expectation of profits, whether the profits come from the efforts of a promoter or third party, and if so, where those efforts constitute an essential element of the scheme. If cryptocurrency meets all three criteria outlined by Howey, then it can be categorized as a security. In other words, if someone purchases cryptocurrency with the expectation that their investment will yield profits due to the efforts of another party, such as the issuer, which would be Ripple, then they are considered to own a security. This could mean that buyers would fall under securities regulations such as registration requirements and fraud prevention measures. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission took Ripple to court in late 2020. The suit alleges that Ripple and its top two executives, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen, have been engaged in an ongoing unregistered digital asset security offering involving XRP since 2013. According to the SEC complaint, Ripple, Garlinghouse, and Larsen raised a combined $1.38 billion through unregistered sales of XRP tokens without registering them as securities. Now, we know XRP is not a security, it's a cryptocurrency. And I talk a lot about the growth around Ripple and how it could add value to XRP in the future. But it's different than, your normal growth. You don't expect that growth to give value to XRP. They're laying the groundwork for what XRP's use case is. In other words, Ripple goes out there and they partner with a bank. That doesn't raise the value of XRP in any way. Now, once that bank starts utilizing XRP for on-demand liquidity, that changes things. That pushes the price of XRP up. That's how we will all get rich in the future. But it doesn't necessarily mean that we're getting rich off of Ripple, what Ripple's doing. And Ripple definitely doesn't owe any of us anything because we don't have a contract with Ripple. But I feel that there's no way the SEC can consider XRP as a security because the Howey test number one is outdated. And number two, we invested in a cryptocurrency that is going to be utilized by the banks in the future like any other cryptocurrency would. If it was another crypto such as XLM or XDC, which is going to be utilized in trade. But right now, Zinfin is out there laying the groundwork for that through partnerships. It goes with every single cryptocurrency company, no matter what it is. We invest in the tool that's going to make that company's partnerships work. But that's what it comes down to for me. I might have not explained that 100% the way I wanted to explain it, but that's what I was getting at is that Ripple is not making us money. It's not pushing the price of XRP up. XRP's use case will push the price of XRP up. That's where I was going with that. So with that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.